Hey guys, I'm on to another vlog here from the SJBB YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a behind the scenes tour of the whole Warwick Castle. We've got a special VIP guided tour booked. And yeah, we're at the top of the castle at the moment. First time actually up here. Tell you what, some of the views around it are quite incredible. And it's not too wet today, so it's alright. So I'm going to turn the camera around, give you a little snippet 360 view, and then we'll head straight to the main top area. It's a long way down. I think that's the main entrance to the castle. The main castle itself is over here. It is the middle of October at the moment. As you can see, they're getting ready for the Halloween show. They're setting up the stage where you can learn the thriller dance. But yeah, it's quite high up. Now we're going to head down on a massive long staircase and go straight to the behind the scenes tours here at Warwick Castle.
Oh, it's really dusty. Sure? It always looks like that. So I think it's the costume cover today, which is why it's being used.
Sorry, we're in the throes of Halloween.
Yes.
Sorry.
This is actually neater than usual. So yeah, so welcome to Guy's Tower. So the tower itself was built in the 1300s. Originally it was bedrooms for rich aristocrats, so knights and lords. It wouldn't look quite like this. It would have lovely tapestries on the walls, lots of lavish furniture. How high you get to sleep in the tower depended on your importance. The more important you were, the higher up you got to sleep. But the reason we come into here, because there's some cool things to show you if you head down that way.
Okay.
Is this like the changing room as well, or is it just storage?
Today it's mostly storage, yeah. Head on down. Because during the English Civil War, this room was used for a very different purpose. It was used to hold people prisoner. And all the graffiti that you see on the walls here, this is all the graffiti the prisoners left behind, so it's 400-year-old graffiti.
Oh wow. How do you know it's definitely like the old or?
There's records of since it's been carved in. And also some of them have dates on them, etc, etc. Some of them we don't, some of them we do. So on the left there, just left of the window, that's a symbol repeating over and over again. It's the ragged staff. Can you see it just left of the window there? No.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So that is a bit of a mystery, because that symbol was the symbol of Warwickshire and of the Earls of Warwick. So the people being held prisoner by Warwick Castle, so why are they carving the castle symbol into the walls over and over again? We don't know, we have no answer to that. And it's everywhere.
So these are all different set pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any like famous prisoners that actually stayed here? Or?
The most famous prisoner was King Edward IV in the Wars of the Roses.
Right.
He was in the other tower.
Oh.
These down here, these are devil traps. Because if a demon comes into the window, they'll get sort of trapped in the infinite loops. So it keeps the room nice and safe. You get some names there. But the one of the best ones is the one in the box here, on this wall here. Can you see it up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that one says William Sutherland captured at Worcester at the defeat of King Charles II, King of Great Britain and Ireland, defender of the faith, whom I pray God shall preserve, anno 1651. So that's how we know he's given us a who, what, when, where, why.
Got all the information there.
So you use a lot of these as storage areas then, like the hidden.
This one in the room above our, yeah. The other one above us is the knight's room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we go there?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That's the gargoyle costume by a prisoner. So we don't know anything about it, but that is possibly the face of a prisoner held here 400 years ago.
Do you get anybody that tries to open the gate, the doors or not?
Oh yes, everyone tried. They're padlocked shut. Alright, hold on while I unlock it. So this is the knight's changing rooms. Because it's their stuff and it's quite expensive, they do ask that we don't sort of play with it, but hold on. There we go. There you go, in you go.
Thank you.
So this is the next room up. So sorry, so in the medieval period this was for a more important guest at the castle. And because it's a bit emptier, you can kind of get the feel of the room itself a bit more. So things like the archways, you can see how the tower was built, and you can see the brickwork a bit more because the room downstairs was painted. But in the castles would always have whitewash on them. We've never ever had exposed stone like this.
So is this where you keep all like the Dragon Slayer stuff?
No, this is the fighting knights that do the shows at the Knights Village in evenings and things like that.
So whereabouts is all like the Dragon Slayer and all that lot?
They are an external company. They're based they're in a different area of Warwick. They're Knights of Middle England. It's a company, different company.
Oh, so it's none of it on site then? It's all...
No. Because it's all their stuff. They're a company that are hired in to do it.
Oh wow.
What about War of the Roses? Is that the same thing?
Same company. Same people, yeah.
Yeah, but I was going to say I remember the faces from
Yeah.
this.
And they do the fire dress usually as well, but not this one.
What about Birds of Prey? Are they in-house?
Yes.
That's quite heavy, that.
Is it chainmail?
Yeah, a bit of chainmail, that one. That's one of the sort of skirts. But yeah, but in here there's lots of graffiti. There's all sorts of time periods in here.
I wonder how they keep it organised. It looks like it's just one big mess.
It is one big mess. It's because it's I think 10 men now, so just all their stuff.
All the swords and that.
Swords.
Yeah.
How does these differ from like the swords back in when there was knights?
They actually don't really differ. These guys, the company, the man who owns the company, he makes the replica weapons, and he does it very accurately. He does it. Yeah, the man's a genius. He does it very well. Yeah.
I was going to say it's all.
Yeah, but if we head down into the, I mean, we've never had an accident, but it just isn't.
Are you able to get up close to some of the Birds of Prey?
No, it's not.
How has this changed like over the centuries? I know it's been knocked down quite well in like the landscape of it.
Absolutely. So the very first castle was a motte and bailey. So it's that mound there. So it's the tower and the walls were first made out of wood. Then in the sort of 11 and 1200s, it was converted into a stone version of a motte and bailey. So the keep on top of that hill, walls around the outside. The towers were added in the 1300s. The house was added in the 1600s. And in the 1700s, they knocked in the 2 extra holes and they raised the courtyard by about 10 feet. It's undergone lots and lots of different transformations because it's been lived in and changed and developed over.
Because was it built to be more of a defence?
Yes.
Or was it more of a house type one.
So it was built for defence, and then in the 1600s it was converted into a house.
Oh, okay.
That's why it doesn't. It seems it's very mixed matched today. It's all sort of time periods jumbled in. So please don't touch the horse. He's very, very old. Okay. But this stuff is all sort of the modern replicas. I can get out and show you. Sword, obviously.
Or is it just that we just took the blade out?
To make? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, the blade and the hilt are done separately.
Yeah.
They sort of secure in and then they're bolted in that way. They're all made by the same man who makes the ones that were in the towers, so they're all very well made.
It's nice if you use that. So this is a proper size sword? Oh wow. Very heavy.
And you would get your first sword when you were 6. That's when you first start learning how to fight. Your first sword would be a little wooden one like this one, and then when you grow up big and strong, usually puberty, that's when you have to go off into battle. But actually, if you're going into battle, sword, not very good. It's too big, takes too long, difficult to swing about, takes too long to kill somebody. So instead, most knights would fight with a warhammer. So they're
Are they always this light, or are they?
yeah, because the handle only needs to be wood.
Man, you can swing that quite fast with the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need much space to swing it. When you're in a battle, you're squished in very close. You don't need much space. It's quick to swing. That'll get straight through armour if you swung it hard enough.
Would they go for that side?
Depends what you were doing.
Yeah, if you go through armour, would you go through that bit? Or
That,
would you...
well, either or. That side crushes. The pointy side can penetrate if it's a good swing.
It's weird that it's not like flat. It's at an angle. Yeah.
There's lots of different styles.
So you use that part to dig right in. What's that part used for then?
Smashing.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, if you're in a battle scenario, you don't have a massive amount of time to consider which end you're hitting with.
Yeah, you just like.
Yeah. Cheers. Do you want to try on a helmet?
Oh yeah,
Got
sure.
a few different types of helmets. This is a Norman helmet. So worn by William the Conqueror and his army nearly 1,000 years ago.
Oh, they are heavy. They are.
They're heavy, they're uncomfortable.
I hold on to that.
So nose bit at the front.
Sorry.
Other way around?
Yep.
Yep.
Bloody hell.
So this one is extra padded because it's so the little ones can try it on.
Can you
but
take
yeah.
a screenshot?
Oh, I think it's. Yeah, there you go.
Cheers.
Goes in, it's not coming back out.
That's the way it's designed through the.
Yes.
Sandwich
if you
it
try
again?
killing it, it'll take all your intestines out with it. Ooh. Yeah.
So it's built to just rip you. Oh, that's sharp.
These are blunted, but yeah.
So light.
Needs
that-
to fly far.
It's nuts. Thank you. How much do they used to buy? These whole sort of set of armour?
In the medieval period, it was about £100,000. The modern equivalent of today, a few thousand.
Blimey.
Well,
Blacksmiths were
Yes, it's a type of blacksmith. Sorry. It's a type of blacksmith. It's an armourer, particularly. It's a highly, highly skilled job. Not just any old blacksmith could do it. You have to be a good blacksmith.
Oh, what's that thing they're used for? That massive one there.
They're all types of polearm. Because medieval law, if there's a war, everybody has to go and fight, but you're not being given anything. And if you're a farmer, you can't afford to buy a sword or things. So what they do have is farming tools. And those are all like, they realised all to do is sharpen your farming tools, maybe stick one extra spike on or something, and then you turn it into a really good weapon. And that's, then they've actually realised they were really good weapons and people were designing them. But they're all different types of polearm. Chainmail, obviously. Got a few pieces.
That is heavy, that is.
It is heavy, so almost like you're in the gauntlets, it's surprisingly light, flexible, surprisingly easy to move in. Whereas chainmail is where most of the weight is, because it just sits on your shoulders and just plumps you down.
So where this go? Well, is this just what will go here?
So that's just one piece, but it would be like a t-shirt style, and you wear it like a t-shirt.
Crazy. So what made that protective?
So it protects you against an item like a sword, because it can't penetrate. Right, I mean it's better than nothing.
But surely a sword, but surely a sword will be a decent damage.
It could break bones. When that takes away the sharpness, so basically being hit with a big metal stick.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
so
yeah.
It's going to break bones if you're unlucky, but it'll stop against big arrows and things. So if you had an arrow like this one, that's not going to get in, so you're protected and safe. But then, unfortunately, if you have an arrow like that one, you're not so safe. So it depends. Same with the Norman helmet. Protects the top of your head, and it protects anyone swinging a sword, was the idea. But in reality, that would smash your nose and possibly your whole face. And if they swing there, or if they're doing any sort of stabbing motion, then it's no protection.
You lost an eye.
Yeah. But they realised, so then they invented, so sort of 1400s, they invented this sort of helmet. So because it's got the neck, that means when you wear it, the weight sits on your shoulder, it's much comfier, and it has a visor. So at the start of the battle, during the arrow storm, there's arrows flying at you, you keep the visor down, you're really safe. But they've realised when you're actually fighting, being able to see is really, really important. So they would always fight with the visor up. Because, yeah, it means your face is open and exposed, but then you can actually see if someone's coming at you, and all knights decided that was just the better option. Was being able to see was fairly important. But sadly, all of that ended when they invented the gun. So this is the one I was talking about earlier. You can hold it if you want. Because this one is heavier than that other one.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Bigger.
Just imagine how long it takes to reload. Take it off.
Yeah, so that comes out, you can pull it out.
Grab the gunpowder and then it's just literally...
And it's fiddly to get in, and if you're doing that panicking and your hands are shaking at all, it's going to be really, really difficult.
It's crazy, that is. So is that lock as well?
So this one is it's slightly broken. So yeah, the idea is, so that it locks in place when you're not using it. So you open it up, put the powder there, piece of string here that you'd set on fire, so you've got to do that as well, you've got to light that. And when you pull it, the string drops into the gunpowder, which goes into there, and it shoots it out the end. Yeah. So that's...
Well, so when was this being invented by?
Well, so things like a cannon with a similar barrel was actually, well, the Chinese invented it thousands of years ago. It started appearing in Europe in about the 1300s. Guns like this size, 1600s was when that sort of thing. But then they don't start really being used in battle until the 1600s, because we said just how impractical it is. And things like the Civil War in the 1640s, they were using guns and swords and cannons. And was a bit of an oddball, that one.
So will they use that along with the trebuchet?
A trebuchet is more medieval.
Okay.
This is a little bit later.
Yeah. Is there any more word on getting that fixed yet, the arm?
They're hoping it should be fixed by next year. But they're going to try and fix it over winter, and hopefully we'll be running by April. Is usually
So what's actually taking so long? Surely you just need to, with today's technology, be able to like cut it into shape, wouldn't you?
Sort of. So the problem is, because it's so big,
Yeah.
and it has to be one piece of wood, otherwise it's not strong enough. And there are no trees in England big enough, so they have to get it. I think they've sourced one from Norway, the treb arm. France. Is it France? Oh, not quite as far away as Norway. So yeah, they have to go all the way to France to get one. Yes. And then you gotta get it cut into shape. You've got to bring it all the way over. It's a difficult process. It's a more difficult process than you'd imagine.
Do you ever just shoot it during like peak season, or is it throughout the whole year? The trebuchet.
When it's working, they fire it twice a day from April till Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So we usually do. It's just this year it's been broken sadly because of the crack. But hopefully by next year.
That brings us to the end of the Warwick Castle behind the scenes tours here, and also the tour where we got to go in the old hall and try on some of the old gear, some of the swords and helmets, arrows we got shown, and yeah, that was kind of great fun actually. There's a lot to do at Warwick Castle. We're only here for a short day just to do behind the scenes tours. Check out the other vlogs on the channel, such as the Fire Jousting from Halloween, Dragon Slayer show, the Trebuchet VIP experience from a couple of years back, and get yourself down here for Halloween because it is a really good spooky atmosphere and highly recommended. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video guys. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next adventure.